Good evening everyone, welcome back to the NGR VW Cup. This time we're at Autopolis, the short version for round 9 of the championship. A few technical glitches tonight. Anyone that plays PlayStation will know that PSN is, well, it's fucked. It's not letting a lot of lads log on, so there's a debate as to whether, if you're watching this, the race has gone ahead, because if it doesn't, I'm just going to delete the stream. There's a lot of people that can't access. We've actually postponed the race already, so it's very likely that this isn't going to go ahead. So I'm hosting the lobby just as a favour to the current host who couldn't postpone the race because of personal commitments. So I'm looking after that for him. Let me just post this in the Next Gen Racing page as well. Round 9 of the VW Scirocco Cup. Posted. Wicked. Okay, so yeah, there's technical issues. It's a known issue. PlayStation are aware of it. It's all over Twitter. Basically, the way it's working is if you're on the servers before the maintenance begins on the network, you're all good. But you try and get on after, and you've completely fucked it, and you can't get on, and basically you're there. You've lost it. Hi John. Yeah. So I don't even know if it's going ahead, mate. no idea. Quali starts in 10 minutes. I've literally no idea what's going on. So let's see. Let's have a look what we saw now. Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, fucking hell, God knows. It's just when stuff like this happens, it just messes everyone up. Because look, you got to think, a lot of these guys, look, to some people watching it, it's just a bloody game, but some of these guys take it quite seriously, me included. I put hours of practice into some races. I do quali sims, I do race sims, I do stint sims, I do tyre wear tests, all sorts. Yeah, if you can't get on and do that when you do get on in time for the race, you've not done any of your prep. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to stop blagging on about it. We'll give you a bit of a rundown of where things are in the championship and all that sort of stuff. So obviously round 9, I've had 8 rounds already, so standings sort of as we sit. We've got F12, who's not in the lobby yet. He's currently ahead at 159 points, and 14 points behind him is the Les, and the Les is one of the guys that's not been able to access. We've got 4 Fish in third on 104 points. He is in the lobby. We've got Joe Winner sat in 4th at 84 points, and then Lowy, who's doesn't seem to be able to get on tonight as well and didn't make last week, is at 66 points. 1 point behind Lowy is Shadowstalker in 6th. Mr. Dre in 7th with 65 points, so it's very tight. The fight for 5th is exceptionally tight because Mr. Dre is on 65. Burnt Fry 63 points. GTP Rick WRX on 60. Greener Army in 10th, and he's on 40 points. And then we've got I've just rounded out till 12, so we've got KZ2 on 38 and then F13 on 36. So last time out, top scorers really were F12, got himself 22 points, and the Les on 19. So those two, if you remember and you're watching, that was exceptionally close the entire way through it. Yeah, Mr. Dre, everyone's having issues, mate. No one can get on Andre. A lot of people are just generally having issues in accessing PSN. I don't know if it's region related, so I don't know whether it's because of where you live it's the issue. A lot of the British guys are able to access, and I know one of the British guys that's literally just logged on. Let's put on now. We'll put up everyone please on just run it. Yeah, last call. Yeah, so in the group chat that all these lads are in, there's a poll going on now. If you're watching this, please just check your Facebook messages. John's put a poll on it, race or no race. And as far as I'm aware, Fraser, yeah, you can't get in either. Jesus. Can you not get in the lobby? Are you my friend on thingy? Because I've set it to friends only. So if you're on PSN and you're on the game and everything's fine, you need to add me on PSN, and you can see my name there, top MRC_CJW-racing. So you need to add me on PSN. I'll accept. Are you on PSN? I'm just suggesting that we have like a fun race. So we race, it's for fun. It just seems a shame when there's a lot of the guys can't get on. Just seems a bit of a shame to do that. Right, Betfy, see you. You're in, Fraser. How are you getting on, Andre? Are you able to access? It would be a shame if you can't get in. Yogo, what's your PSN, Yogo? Are you in this? Are you meant to be in this race? Okay. Right, so while we're waiting, Fraser, add me on PSN, mate. You'd need to add me. I'll be able to accept because I'm just hosting, so I'm not really doing anything. Add me on PSN, but then you'll see the room because it's set to friends only. Can you add me, Mizey? Fuck's sake. Yeah, we'll do F12 for it. But give me a sec. Blue screen of death for a minute, guys, just while I slide into Fraser's DMs. Search F12 4YS. Found you. Friend request coming your way, mate. There you go. So accept it. You might need to close GT Sport down and relaunch it because for some reason it bugs out if you don't. Miss last race this season. Oh, can't get us a race for fun tonight. Yeah, I agree, John. I agree. It's just no points. We race still, and we postpone the actual points race to another one. Maybe have like double points in the last race or something. You know what I mean? Just do it for bants. Because currently, mate, there's only 5 races in the lobby, and quali starts in 2 minutes. Yeah, just seems a shame. So for those watching the stream, just to give you something to watch and not listen to me ramble on about for endless hours. 1 minute, let me just suggest this double points last race. Okay, so I'll just give you a bit of a guide to Autopolis in my lovely Scirocco. So I'll do it at vastly reduced speed. I'm not checking comments for a minute because I'm just doing a bit of a track guide. Okay, so coming up to the first corner, your apex and your turning point's a little bit blind, so you're looking for that marker board on the left hand side. Turning in, you want to catch a bit of a mid apex and just run your speed out. Sort of clip the inside right, drift yourself out to the left hand side. You're looking for the curbs and braking probably just before those, down to third, trail brake the car in. I'm not paying attention to my lines, by the way, so my lines are terrible. Then you sort of want to miss that first apex and just clip this second one, open the steering up and then brake. So this is a 2nd gear corner. Start planting your foot, but obviously these are front wheel drive Sciroccos of 350 brake horsepower, so the second you put your foot down, the car is going to want to fly you off into a ditch. This is the hardest corner on the course for me in these cars because you want to get on the power, it's just difficult. All your speeds won or lost on this one, so you're braking just for the curb, and as you can see I've bailed it into the grass because I wasn't paying attention, but you need to try brake into that corner and run out again, getting onto the power, coming around for a lap. A good lap is, you want to be in the 1 minute 10s, so I'll just exit out of this. You want to be in the 1 minute 10s for a good lap. We'll see how we go on from that. Yeah, I think people are sort of going race for fun. Let's have a look. Yeah, mate, I wasn't paying attention. I was just sort of, yeah. That corner's crap for the Sciroccos anyway, because you need to really be trail braking into that corner. Let's give some of the guys some coverage there. So we've got 4 fish out and 4 fish parked up. So I think the general consensus is just to race for fun tonight. So we'll get a quali going off. So what I'll do now, I'll just reset the time. I'm dropping my phone. I'm not going to try it on my head, on it. It's tune into the stream instead, mate. Okay. Will you commentate if it's a fun race, or are you joining? You know what, I want to commentate because I need to practice this keyboard thing. So for those watching and that have watched my streams and commentaries before, I've not really been able to ever do much when it's when the race goes on, because basically GT Sport's crap and it restricts you to the viewing cameras only. So I'm just going to change the time. The reason I'll do this is it resets the lobby. So I'm going to change the time to 9 AM. So 15 minutes quali. What the fuck am I doing? 15 minutes quali. There we go. Yeah, I want to just give this what's the word? Keyboard thing a try and just see. So anyways, looking forward to this tonight, because you know what, last week this was just ridiculously good fun racing. It's a shame we've only really got 6 lads in tonight. It's going to be a bit of a shame, because last time we had like 12 races, really close, good fun. Anyway, let's check out some quali. So we'll spectate. So we've got Burnt Fry out for quali at the minute. I can use the controller for this bit. We've got F12 here with us. We've got 4 fish as well, and we're also joined by Joanna, who we witnessed have a really good race in the mini series recently. We've got Jake Carty, and then we've got Shadow Stalk, who's just currently in the pits, probably having a piss or something. So all these guys on the out laps right now. So like I say, we're looking at the 110s for a good lap. Low 110 should see you close to the front. If you're in the 111s, you're probably going to be starting near the back with this shorter field. Let's go on board with Burnt Fry as he starts his lap. So like I say, keep an eye out for the orange post on the left hand side. That's roughly a braking point. And then spot your apex and turn in. Careful on the power, because these will understeer, but that seemed like he got a good line out of there. Burnt Fry is one of our controller users as well, so the fact that he can get his control inputs as well as he does is sort of testament to it. So like I said, just missing that apex, just missing this one, which is a bit of a shame, but I think that's probably to sacrifice his sacrifice entry speed for output speed. I think he could have took that corner a little bit better. And what do you mean, Andre? I don't get what you mean, mate. And then coming up to the corner that I binned it on, so hopefully Burnt Fry doesn't do that. Oh, closing it. Oh, this isn't going to be a great lap for him, unfortunately. He's got 15 minutes to put a good lap in, so we'll see how he gets on. Well, he's still a 110.8, so good enough for Paul right now. I think F12 ran himself a little bit wide on one of the corners. 4 fish about to go in, and 4 fish go second. Joanna It's currently pushing a bit of a storm in lap there, so Joanna currently fastest with a 1:10.7. Shadow Stalker finally decides to come out the pits, and Jake Carty currently able to get around that last corner nice and tidily. We'll see what time he puts in. Must have made a bit of an error somewhere along the line, because it's a 1:13. Screen freeze here, must reset. Yeah, give it a bit of time, mate, and just see if you can get back online. Who knows? Sony just seems to have some monstrous fuck up with their service tonight. What's how you doing, man? Yeah, mate, wrong job. Murray Walker in the making. I'm just dicking about, man, to be fair. It just started as a bit of fun, and people seem to take me seriously. I don't know why they're bothered. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Good to see you on. Let's catch up with the other guys and just see how they're getting on. So, a couple of minutes into quali, Burton Fly's improved to a 1:10.4. It's not Joanna off his pole, but he improves, but not enough. Fourfish, how's he getting on? He's just started another lap. F12 is halfway through a lap, so we'll just follow him for a minute. He's currently 2 tenths down his time though, so he's going to have to pull something really big out of the bag to get back up there. He's half a second off where he needs to be right now. Dre, let me know if you managed to get on, mate. I think you're not the only one with issues tonight. A lot of people have had them. As you can see, there's only 6 boys in the lobby. There's usually about 15 of you. We'll have to have pulled some out of the bag in that second sector, so he's going to improve. Probably enough to get himself up into a 3rd spot based on his split times, but I don't think he's going to be challenging Bert Fire right now. So yeah, it does improve. Joanna's just about to come through. Haven't really seen the split time, so not sure if this is an improvement on his 1:10.5. It's not going to be. It's going to be slow. It's easy to comment when there's not a lot here. I can just follow 1 or 2 of you around. It's easy. Let's see how Jake Carty's getting on. So Jake Carty currently in 6th position. Current fastest is a 1:13.3. He's 2 taps up on his time. Probably just looks like he carried a little bit, no, not too much speed. Hugs that apex nicely. Probably could have afforded to get on the power a little bit earlier there. But this is an improvement, half a second by Jake there. So well done now. It's just 2 temps off Shadow Stalker in 5th. Android, probably about 10 minutes until we get underway, mate, there or thereabouts. But look, if you get online and I need to delay the race by a couple of minutes just so you can get in, mate, you'll have to start at the back, but there's no points tonight anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Cheers, Matt. Yeah, it's just something to do when I'm not fighting people, isn't it? You know what I mean? Just come out. The way I sort of got into sim racing, because I spend a lot of time at home now because I've got my daughter full time, so when she's in bed there's not a lot I can do other than game or sit watching telly. So yeah, I do sim racing as a hobby, not taking it seriously. Can't afford to. Let's give Shadow Stoker some coverage just so he crosses the line then, see if he can improve. See if he can improve on his time this lap. So braking nicely into that first corner. The good thing about Autopolis is because it's a real world track, there's a lot of in fact I'll go online with Shadow Stoker, you'll see what I mean. The way GT Sport add tracks in is they will literally laser scan the existing track, and that means the rubber markings on the track come with it. You'll see more when I change the time settings, but you can pretty much pick your line out based on the line that real world racers have taken. And that allows you to make quite a good progression if your line's terrible. So certainly in some of the races, it just takes it that. See what I mean? That's you just got on the power just a little bit too early. We've all done it. I did it tons in practice, don't we? I've had a few laps. There's still not plenty of time though, so there's plenty of time in Shadow Stalker's lap. I think if he puts all these good sectors together, he's on for a hot one here. So we'll see how he gets on. So we're halfway through quali. Does improve, but not enough to catch up to 4 fish. Let's go back to the proper cinematic cameras. What I do need to do, in fact, I'm going to find my laptop up because I've got time to do it. Excuse me. Because I want to keep you guys' comments on my phone. I'm going to find my laptop up and get the keyboard shortcuts. I've got a control pad on my left leg, sat in front of my steering wheel, which is on as well. Phone on my left leg, keyboard on my bed, laptop on my bed. Yeah mate, full time. Me, you, the Henphone, the Neil, we all need a catch up beer, mate. So slide into my DMs when you're free. Hope you're enjoying dad life as well, mate. So keep seeing your updates, and we'll get I'll drive up to Manchester and we'll have a catch up, mate. I'm happy to do that. So currently Burnt Fry not managed to improve on his 110.4. Joey is closing that gap. 4 thousandths from a second behind him, so there's the pole is still up for grabs here. He's currently down on his time, but we'll catch back up with him, I'm sure. F12 not far behind as well, so the top 3 separated by less than a tenth of a second, so it's showing promise for a good race here, at least at the front. 4 fish not far behind them guys at all. Jake Carty, we've seen, has the ability to put some good times. He's put in a 1:11.9, which is a pretty respectable time. And Shadow Stalker, I think doesn't seem to have, from what I remember seeing, he hasn't got much practice underway. So this is effectively a practice session for him. There we go. So all I'm doing, guys, is just firing up the keyboard shortcuts thing on my laptop, so I know what I'm pressing in the race, because I can actually do replays now, I think. So 5 minutes remaining quali. Andre, how are you getting on, mate? Any progress? Typing in the chat to see if anyone else can go. It's a known problem. Like I was just scrolling Facebook then, and the Gran Turismo sport groups are all just about how people can't get online. No, sorry, mate. Look, you're not missing out on any points. No one's scoring points in this round. We're just racing for fun. I know it's a shame though. I think we want it to. I think people do want to race still, but ultimately, if you can't get on, if the Les can't get on, and a few other, to be fair, it's like half the field can't get in, then bloody hell, can't really justify scoring points for this. You know what I mean? Right, sorry, just loading up Google while I've got time to do it. So I'm sorry, the commentary on. Is Burnt Fry? Sorry, I'm just going to cut myself off there. Burnt Fry's improved his time to a 1:10.4, so yeah, he's not, not massively chomping away at it, but he's putting in some good consistent lap times. Joey now just backing off, just letting Burnt Fry through. F12 doing the same thing, getting well out of the way, letting F12 through, who's not managed to improve his time in a couple of laps, but he's chomping at the bit there. 4 fish is having a sandwich at the side of the racetrack. Jake Carty's still plugging away, putting in good lap times there, Jake. And Shadow Stalker is again nice, bringing them times down. So he does win my favourite livery of the night award, Shadow Stalker. I do like that colour. Okay, so Burnt Fry goes faster again. 1:10.4, 1:9. GT Sport. I'm leaning over. This is the GT Sport keyboard controls. Perfect. This is a good thing about having everything synced up. So my laptop and my phone are synced, and it's just totally talking to each other. What do promo with Kika Kart? Yeah, I know. I know, mate. But there's plenty of races to do it. You know what I mean? And I will obviously talk about that as well. I'll give you a little bit of, in fact I'll do it in a second. So what Andre in the comments is talking about is the charity race that we're all sort of involved in right now. Let's just hide everything from there. So we're doing a bit of a charity race coming up. Let me just test something out. Yeah, this is what I can do now. Look at that, that's quality in it. Look at that. Because I can show that. Hide that. Put that on. Hide everybody again. Go away. Just put that on. And you're bird fly 669. Look at number 2. It's Joanna 1408. It's number 3. SF12 for West. In the race, that's going to show like fastest lap times, all sorts. Wait till back from Philippines. So you're going on some lady boys. Yeah, give me a shout. Give me a shout, and I'll sort something out with you. Yeah. So what Andre in the comments going on about is we're doing a charity race for a charity called Kika. It's a charity that is basically raising money to combat cancer in children. So if you don't think that's a good cause, then you're not human. So the charity race is a 6-hour enduro at Le Mans. I've sort of said I'll help out, whether it's by doing commentary, and the commentary will be in conjunction with Dark Smoker, who does quite a lot of stuff now, or I'll actually race in it and think fuck it, and sit in this chair for 6 hours and physically die, but in all in the name of it, of course. Yeah, really good charity. Andre's sort of doing Andre and Dion are doing a really good job of promoting this throughout the groups. They've got some real good engagement throughout everyone to do it. I'm just going to put a quali over message. Alright, go. How you doing? Quali. I can fucking spell. I'm just going to go back and change the time of day because I want it to be the sunny setting. Alright, so there's your lineup then. So we've got Burnt Fry taking pole. Let me just go and change the time. That's what I want. Change event settings. I can see people commenting, but I'm not looking at a minute. On track, please. I don't know what you mean, Fraser, by lost points, because you're not losing points, because we're not scoring points tonight. Not alone, also Dion, Dennis Shearer, Mark Sykes, get another part of the organisation. Dion is the man who started it all. Yeah, Andre, what I'm going to do, guys, when this video is reposted, because once the live stream ends it'll get reposted eventually, I'll whack a link in the description below. In fact, it's already there if you check. I've already done it because I've copied it from last week. Hey, check me out. So if you look on the if you look in the description of the video, you will see a link to a Facebook group for MRC, and that's where you can click to sign up for the event. So please go and do that. So while all races are out on track, we're just going to get this race underway. So start the race. We're going to spectate. Perfect, right, so I'm just going to switch to keyboard and get rid of that, get comments up. Perfect, thanks Andre. Yeah, like I said, it's a shame you can't be involved tonight, but it's nothing anyone could do that's not involved in this one tonight. So. Right, so we're underway. So this is a fun race, so this is not round 9 of the VW Scirocco Cup by Next Gen Racing. It is just a bit of banter between all the lads. lads that are involved. So F12 on pole, Joanna in seconds, Bentfly in third, 4Fish in fourth, Shadow Stalker and TBS in fifth, and Jake Kite in sixth. So we're underway. All guys get away cleanly. Oh, I've got my finger over the replay marker button. Shadow Stalker going for an absolutely audacious move there. Let's have a look, see if he managed to get through. Yeah, he managed to make some places up. Good on him. This is cool. I'm playing with the keyboard. Quality. He's only got 4Fish in first. Joanna in second. Burnt Fight looks like Shadow Stalker's had a bit of an off there. Let's just have a bit of a look, see if that works. Yeah, he just ran himself wide a little bit, didn't he? F12 currently leading the pack. So we've got a 20-minute endurance race tonight. It's no fuel or tyre wear, so you've not got any of that to worry about. These guys can just race flat out until their heart's content. We've got Burntfire, so we've got Joanna in. I'm so used to saying Burntfire's up front, but he's going for an audacious move. Let's check that one out. So currently on board with Bentfly, who just absolutely sends one down the inside. Looks like he just struggles to get on the brakes in time, but he does the right thing and he slows himself down. And let's do when I get back up in front. Meanwhile, we've missed a fair bit of action up front now. Let's go back to standard type. Bentfly and Jake absolutely fighting it out. It looks like Jake tries to outbrake him, but Bentfly just keeps it on the outside. Nice little move. Jake's got himself up into fourth position after all that carnage on the first lap. First lap always produces a little bit of drama. It's always good fun. So Jake and 4Fish having a bit of a battle. So Jake's putting up a fight today. He's got a bit between his teeth. And I do love that look. It's by far my favourite. F12's running away. He's 4 seconds ahead, so you're not getting any more coverage. Fraser can bugger off. Joanna's in second, defending hard to Bentfly. They obviously had that little bit of a coming together last lap, but that's racing. It happens. You know, these lads don't hate each other. They're just going to keep racing. 4Fish in fourth. Jake Carty just behind him in fifth, and Shadow Stalker in sixth. When he goes a bit deep there, that's going to give Bentfly the opportunity to get a run on him. Let's go on board with Bentfly. Just decides to keep it. I can go rear view. Look, that is a great camera angle. So what I can now do is go on board with Joanna and look back through the pack as they're all fighting. This is an experimental one for me as well, because like I say, I'm using keyboard shortcuts, which I didn't know existed, to be honest. You'd think that GT Sport would have something built in on the controller for this, but no, I've got to attach a fucking keyboard to the outside of it. What fun, eh? What fun. You and Darksmack really do helps us out a lot. And it's a pleasure, mate, you know what I mean? You lot are bloody raising money for what can only be described as a fantastic charity. Whatever we can do to help, mate. You know what I mean? There's a donation coming towards it as well. I'll make sure I chuck a donation into that charity no matter what, even if I can't help out. So, credit to you guys for getting the awareness out there. You're the heroes in this story. Is Bentfly going to have a go? No, he's just not close enough to Joanna at the minute to have a go at that, but we'll go back to the outside cameras because I've had enough of looking at the back. But he's got the run on him here, so Bentfly does manage to get it. Well, will he hold it? This is a left-hand turn, so he's going to have the inside line going here, but will Joanna be able to do the cut-back move? He's having a go, sticking it round. Now goes to a tight, sort of almost double apex. It feels like a double apex when you go around it, but it isn't. The next sweeping left-hander is the one that can really upset a race car. So it looks like Joanna does get a slightly better line out of that, but both guys taking it steady all the while. Let's just see how F12's getting on. He's lost his gap. Has he had an off? I didn't see it. Bentfly up into second position. Let's just see if there's a replay of that. No, he's always been there. Never mind. So currently, just to give you a little bit of an insight, we've got F12 leading by a second to Burnt Fry, who's been hounded like a dog by Joanna in third. Fourth is just keeping a relatively sensible gap in fourth. And we've got Shadow Stalker in fifth, and him and Jake are on the beach, they're building sandcastles, but they're having their own little battle right now. So the race for first is still well and truly on. F12 was pulling out a gap. I think me threatening to not give him any coverage sort of pissed him off, and that made him go have an off somewhere. I didn't see it, missed it because I was too busy chatting nonsense. Shock. He's currently going to have to try and pull that lead out against Burnt Fry again. Burnt Fry and Joanna are still quite close, and Fourfish is right now. Let's just cancel that view. There we go. Fourfish just hanging it around the inside, just can't get that move done. It's very hard to make a move there, because to make the move successfully you need to put the power down, and you can't put the power down because the car understeers like an absolute beast. Joanna just loses the penalty. Is that going to put him into the realms of Shadow Stalker behind? Probably not, to be fair. I will get used to this keyboard shortcuts at some time. Let's have a test. So J's bumper view, K is hood view. What's that one? What's the difference? Oh, that's that. Yeah, that's the one at the top, isn't it? And then if I look back through that, yeah, that's a better view, to be fair. So I can do this on board with Burnt Fry, and then we can jump to Fourfish, and we can jump to Joanna. Perfect. I like it. And I can just hop out to these cameras. Excellent. I feel like a race director now. I feel like I'm in some studio. Okay, down chase cam. No one wants chase cam. Show race information. Show play information. So yeah, this is nothing we can do. We can do this. F12. Current lap time is 1:10. Looking at Burnt Fry's in seconds. So he's got a. I think this just shows fastest lap. In fact, we're going to just stay on board with Burnt Fry at the minute because he's going for an audacious move down the inside. Will he get it done? F12's going to hang it around the outside. There's not much grip out there, and Burnt Fry's going to have the inside line for technically what is turn 3. F12 just manages to put the power down, and I'm surprised he's not going defensive because I would have expected Burnt Fry to chuck one down the inside there, but I think these guys know that they both do race clean, so he probably knows he doesn't have to defend too hard because Burnt Fry will only chuck one up the inside if he's got either a problem or he knows that the move's absolutely solid. Just catch up with the guys at the back, guys a bit further back then, so we've got Fourfish in third. He's still in the fight. The fight is by no means beyond him, neither is it beyond Joanna as well. Shadow Stalker's in fifth. He's got a gap to the cars in front and behind, to be fair, so at the minute he's just sort of in his own race. And Jake is cutting the grass. It's a more technical circuit than it sort of looks Autopolis. I don't know what. Just have it away from her. You're only allowed one move. Get back. Get back. Yeah, so F12's pulled out a little bit of a gap now to Burnt Fry, who's now under pressure from Fourfish behind. In fact, we'll do the thing where we'll go on board and we'll look back to Fourfish, who's got his indicator on. So we thought, what's F12? What were you doing there, mate? Why are we slow? Let's go on board with Fourfish as he defends hard to F12, who wants that second place. But I don't know if he had an issue. One thing I keep doing, I keep forgetting to set a replay marker. I could have had a look at that, but I've missed it now. I'm too late. And I think I could only set one replay marker at a time. So unless I figure out how to do multiples and all that sort of stuff, I think I'm a bit knackered. So Fourfish now is in a bit of a dilemma, because does he attack Burnt Fry and leave himself at risk of losing his position to F12, who he knows is a quick guy behind him, or does he go full out attack mode? So F12 is well within dive bomb range. Obviously not going to go for it, just going to want to. the move really is going to be made at turn 1 or the last turn, which is turn 10 officially, because turn 11 the little Kika back to the left. Very close at the front against the top 4 lads, separated by less than 2 seconds, which in these sort of cars isn't actually that much distance. It's gone back to Burntfire now, so yeah, he's got half a second gap to 4fish behind. He's got 3 taps of a gap to F12. Very, very close at the front. I'm just waiting for one of these guys to slip up, make a mistake, or do something ridiculous, which we can then look at the replay. So F12 considers a move, but backs out of it sensibly, I think. So what you're probably best off doing is sticking in the slipstream here for this one. Let's go. Let's cancel that. So yeah, if you stick in the slipstream, you can probably look to make a move down the bottom. Looks like he's gaining a little bit. Is he going to gain enough? He's definitely within dive bomb range now. He goes for that dive bomb move. Does he outbrake himself? Does 4fish go back up the inside? Yes, he does. So worth making that move. Definitely worth having a go for it. But yeah, these things happen, of course. So F12 having a bit of a race to forget so far. Don't get me wrong, he's in the mix. He's only 1.8 seconds off the lead, as he picked up a 2-second penalty. Just think he made a mistake somewhere along the course, and he's still there. So 4fish just lost a little bit of that gap in defending, so he's dropped back from Burntfire now. So in all that fight with F12's actually cost him probably 7 tenths of a second. So he really wants to get himself back in that slipstream, which Burntfire will be desperately trying to break out of. A good exit from this corner is critical in terms of doing that. So Burntfire will probably start weaving around the track now in order to break that slipstream. You know you're only allowed one move, don't you? And slaloming's technically slowing you down. What the fuck are you doing? You're absolutely nutter. That's just you just gotta fuck it up there. You just gotta lose. F12's ways to burn a bit of his penalty off. 4fish is caught up to Burntfire now, so that advantage that Burntfire got is gone completely. Jake Carty comes around to finish lap number 10. He's a good way off the lead, but he's still plugging in the lap times. Yeah, his best lap times are 1:13 so far. If we look at Shadow Stalker, his best lap times are 1:12.3, so he's pumping in some decent times. Joanna currently at 1:10.7. Skip to the left ahead. These guys are still having a ding dong battle. I've got my finger on the replay marker this time so I can watch what goes on. So we'll look at that move again. So we'll go on board then with F12, who I think just takes advantage of what these guys are playing at. So Burntfire has to sort of cover off 4fish there, and F12 just sees the gap and jumps at it. So nice little move. Let's get back to the action. So still got a little bit of that penalty to get rid of, not too much. Massively close racing at the front here. Look at this. This is just 3 cars within 2 tenths of each other. As F12 sends one down the inside again. These guys just battle all race long. It's fantastic to watch. At times, I don't want to talk because I'm busy watching it. Joanna just sends one down the inside. Let's have another watch. I love this replay function. This is great. So Joanna just opens the door for him, doesn't he? 4fish, and Joanna just takes advantage of that and thinks, thank you very much, I'll have 3rd place. Let's see how the battle for 1st is going on. So Burntfire and F12 still inseparable. Going on to last turn, will F12 have a go? I don't know if it does. Was there a touch? Let's have a look. You boys are screwed, I can go on board with you now. Yeah, definitely no contacts. Just Burntfire just outbreaks himself there. So F12 leads. Burntfire's going to have a go. He is. Or is that just a distraction technique in hopes of running him wide? I think it was, because Burntfire's now got the run on him. Takes 1st place before T3. Does he have to go to foul? The reason why F12's ghosting, if you're wondering why, it's because he's got a penalty. So every time he breaks or comes off the throttle, the game thinks he's trying to burn it. Joanna picks up a penalty. I'm not sure what for. Let's just see why. Looks like it might have been a bit of a track cut. Yeah, I'm not too sure if there's anything in that, to be fair. So really close racing at the front. So these guys just separated by absolutely nothing. There's no time between these guys at all. Still playing on this keyboard thing. Right, so Fortfish and Fraser very close going into T1, but Fortfish was better off sending a move as Birthright absolutely decks it. Let's see what happens here. Just looks like he outbrakes himself, misses the apex and runs off wide, and decides he loves the beach that much, he's going to go and build some sandcastles. Losing himself all those positions in the meantime. He's now got to recover back. 2.5 seconds that he's lost. F12 then back in the lead. He'll be so happy to be back here. He's been fighting back ever since a mistake he made a couple of laps ago. We've only got 3 and a bit minutes left in this race now, so only a couple of laps remain. Can F12 hang on from Fortfish, who's really been piling on the pressure, anyone around him all race long, with his indicator on for some bizarre reason. Joanna has got a bit of a penalty to burn, but a couple of laps remain in order to do that, so should be able to get rid of that, no problem. Burnt Fry, who has led for most of the race, but owing to a mistake last lap round, seems to have lost out on that one. Fortfish probably a bit far back to someone down the inside, but just tucks in behind F12. He's managed to burn off his penalty now. Jump back to Shadow Stalker. Again, just a race of his own, to be fair. Hasn't really seen a car since like lap 3. Same can sort of be said for Jake. Obviously for these boys, it's usually more of a pack lobby for this, and you sort of tend to find there's 2 distinct packs form, and I think the only guys that have been able to turn up have been this lot. So we watch Burnt Fry really putting Joanna under pressure now, matching liveries for these guys. Just watch this fight unfold, because they know there's not much time left. Joanna doesn't really aim to defend that position. I think he chooses instead to burn his penalty off and let Burnt Fry through. So we'll just have another little bit of a watch of that. So you'll probably see Joanna doesn't go defensive, just aims to burn his penalty off. Yeah, he's just getting rid of that, isn't he? Sends Burnt Fry through into 3rd position, so grabs the podium position with a couple of minutes left. So F12 then still leads by half a sec to Fortfish, who's putting the pressure on now. If he's going to make a move, probably going to be on this lap. This is probably the penultimate lap looking at the timings. Burnt Fry's got some real work to do in order to catch up to the 2 ahead, so he's got a 2-second gap to make up. If these 2 really start fighting, you can probably hope that one of them knocks the number 1 off the track. You never know. Stranger things have happened in this race. And we've got Joanna in 4th position. He's managed to get rid of that penalty we saw last lap, so we'll probably be eager to put a bit of a charge on now and see what sort of progress he can make up the field. Fortfish goes for an absolutely audacious move. F12 in respect sees him and gives him the space. Let's have another little look at that. So we'll just go on board with Fortfish, just see what unfolded here. So obviously F12 doesn't defend this, doesn't really feel he needs to at the minute. Fortfish just outbrakes him. F12 massively respectful, gives him the space, and he's going to start putting him under pressure. So let's see if this is developing in the live race. Yeah, F12 just managed to get on. Let's see. This is quality. Yeah, F12 just gets on the brakes later, runs him. Great move, F12. Absolutely fantastic move, mate. Well done. It's quite rare you see a move made around the outside of turn 1, but he managed to do it. So the timer's going to run out in 20 odd seconds. Once the timer does, the lap that they're on, the lap the leader's on, so he's going to be the last lap. So all racers now on their last lap. So good time for a bit of a recap. So F12 leads from Fourfish, who is in second from Burntfry, who's built up a little bit of a gap now to Joanna. Shadow Stalker in fifth and Jake Carty now in sixth. So the timer's out. Last corner for these two guys. Fourfish doesn't manage to get the move done, so F12 is going to come ahead to win the fun race of the VW Scirocco Cup. Coming home in second is Fourfish. Burntfry takes the final podium, and Joanna comes home in fourth. Shadow Stalker DBS now, who's coming round the final two corners to finish his last lap. I do like that livery, probably my favourite livery I've seen in Scirocco's. That one just really suits that car. And then Jake Carty in the Red Bull livery. Absolutely steaming around that last corner. Fires it through, and he will come across to finish his 17th and final lap. And there we go, so that's the race concluded, ladies and gents. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll have a bit of a chat with the guys now and just see how they're getting on. Cheers, Andre. Please, if you're watching this in any form, whether you're watching it live or you watch the replay, which I'll keep up on the stream, so if you check back on the channel you'll see this. Let me just save the race results. You're just going to get a blue screen while I screenshot this. Bear me a second. Screenshot saved, thank you. I'll give you the screen back in just a second. I do want to share to activities. That's what I want to do. I didn't know, I've never done this before, so I'm probably going to mess this up. Anyone, friends, post. Perfect. Oh no, I don't mean to do that. Right. So that's it. So our race results that you can see up ahead. So F12 won the race. He just edged out Fourfish. He did have a bit of a pop at him in the last lap. Burntfry, who probably would have won that if it wasn't for the mistake he made during the race. Joanna was up and down the field probably all lap. To be fair, made some really good moves, put pressure on throughout the race. These four guys were just inseparable all race. Rounded off our race with F12 grabbing the fastest lap on lap 3 over 1:10.2. So thank you everyone for tuning in, thank you for watching. Andre, can Smokey do that too? I don't know, he's complained about it. Yeah, he's complained about not being able to do it, but what I'm going to do after this, I'm going to tip him off to it. I'm sure he's been made aware already, but I'm going to let him know. Yeah, I'll tell him, mate, and obviously if me and him cover the 6 hours, then we can both do this coverage. I slowed down at the start, wanted to have the battle. Yeah, fair enough, mate. No problem. Well, there's no points up for grabs, so you know what? You made a better spectacle for doing it. I didn't see your incident because I was watching something else. I didn't see you slow down, so I just assumed you had an off. The curse of a GT Sport commentator. Right, so I'll wrap this one up there, guys. So thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for the interaction on the channel. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. I really appreciate it. And yeah, so go and check out the MRC and Next Gen Facebook pages linked in the description below. Both have links to Kika and the race that the chaps are organising. Even if you can't race, please go and give that charity your love. It's something that deserves your support. And the guys promoting it have done an absolutely sterling job so far. The race is taking place, I believe, in August sometime, and it'll be 6 hours long. So if I have to race in that, God help me, I'll have to get an assistant to go and get me bloody cups of tea throughout it, but God knows what. Next event on the channel is probably going to be tomorrow night, the Super Formula race from Nürburgring, 24 hours. I've not done any, well, I've done 3 laps of practice and I died about 1400 times, so God knows. August 3rd, cheers. Yeah, August 3rd is the actual charity race. There'll no doubt be streams online for that, which I'll post links to. Yeah, that's about it from me. I'll round round this one off here. Yeah, it's a Saturday, so Saturday's good for me, mate, because I can sort stuff out for Saturday, and I do stuff on a weekend. Obviously, I don't just sit in and watch TV, but I can keep that day free for you, mate. So consider my services at your disposal on Saturday, August the 3rd. I'm all yours. Right, I'm going to round it up there. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the love. Probably see you tomorrow night. And that'll be Super Formulas. Hey. See you in a bit. Bye.